been quite a fast day here at WCS Europe so far. We're going to be entering the 4th series very soon, but before we get to that, let's take a look at how things have played out so far.
Yeah, we can stamp confirm all over the bracket now to show you who's won what. We have 4GG eliminating Bly down to the low bracket, going through to the winners, and Mana doing the same to Bling. And then just now we got out of the series, Bling and Bly, and it was Bly who came out and will face the next loser from this next series, 4GG versus Mana. I'm quite excited for this one because both of these players are looking like the top 2 from this group. When it comes to the games we've seen so far, these are the most dominant players. And now they go head-to-head.
All right, let's get into it then, as we have game number 1 on Catalina to start things off in this best of 3. Over on the left-hand side, we have our red Zerg, not a Zerg, what? Still getting over Canada, right? Still getting over Canada, guys.
It can be our excuse for the next month.
Yeah. Red Terran representing Millennium. It's 4GG. And down to the bottom right-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It's Mana.
And we talked about it a little bit before, but head-to-head-wise, Mana in all of StarCraft 2 is 4 victories versus just 1 of 4GG. Mostly these have been online, but the last time they actually played was a good 9 months ago.
Yes.
So it's been a while. So it's good to see these two going up against each other again.
But if you want to think about the biggest headline from these two was actually 4GG, when he moved over to Europe pretty early in terms of the Koreans actually coming to different regions. And he's been here for a while. And everyone expected him to be winning tournaments. This guy is a previous MSL champion, you know, like he's the big deal. But in the end, he was actually trumped in his last finals that he was in by Mana in ESWC. So that's the last final 4GG has been in an international premier tournament, and he didn't win it because of Mana.
Mana, you son of a...
You scoundrel.
All right, we'll see how this one's going to shape up, though. 4GG is opening up with a Reaper on Catalina. And Mana, unfortunately, has spawned in the worst position. It's the bottom right position, which has lots of drop space for 4GG to play with. It's going to be very frustrating for Mana throughout the game here. 4GG does want to exploit that weakness. Mana goes in, sees that this is going to be that Reaper expansion. Of course, very common, if not... No, it is the most popular build, Terran players. It gives you the scouting ability to pop in, and there's lots of space to pop in with that Reaper as well. So hiding anything from Mana is going to be incredibly difficult. So I would imagine that he would just play a robotics facility style. And throughout all of StarCraft 2, Mana has tricks, but has mostly always played Colossus style. From the very beginning of StarCraft 2, always Colossus, defensive Colossus, into building that 200-200 army. That's always been his preferred way to play.
Yeah, and, well, with the wall now completed here for Mana, he can deny a little bit of Reaper movement in his base, but not a huge amount, as Nexus is going to be started here for him as well. And at least with the SCV Scout, he knows exactly where to go with this Reaper. So he'll start poking around, but Mothership Core should be out in time to deny full damage from being done.
May catch a probe. Yeah, that probe pulled back in. He's going to go down to the natural, but he came back in, and...
Nope. Mothership Core to the rescue.
Mothers always look after their children.
They do. They do. I'm very happy about that.
No, nothing here. Double scout from Mana. He's going to poke in again, see the barracks. So he knows that he doesn't need to worry about Widow Mines or Hellion tricky play, which 4GG can be capable of, knowing his aggressive nature.
This probe has been pretty annoying so far. Starting to work on this SCV as well.
Let me get it. Well, obviously if 4GG left it there.
Yeah. But now he technically would have to get out of here because he knows that the Reaper is on the way back.
Ooh, Mana has chosen a Twilight Council of all things.
Ooh, hello, hello.
And it is in a very easy place to spot. So you'd imagine his Stalker is going to be sitting right at the top there. But the Reaper's had to chase this probe, which has been spotted. There's a good catch there for the Reaper.
Yeah, good foresight to actually intercept that on the route it was taking because he knew like when it had left and how far it would have gotten away. So that's a good anticipation there from 4GG.
But where does 4GG enter the main from? It should be at that back, surely, if he's coming around this way, which will spot the Twilight nice and early. 3 gateways total here for Mana. He has escaped with another probe. But I think this is going to be quite easy to spot here, to be honest.
He's going to go straight on up. spot what's going on.
Oh, no.
Oh, he
didn't go to the right there.
Oh, he's going back to the mineral line because he anticipated the wall-off being...
3 gateways, but what does that mean? Is it just a robotics facility with a couple of safety gateways here?
Yeah, it's a bit...
It's not, man.
I know. It's a bit difficult here for 4GG to read into. He's getting concussive shells to start things off from this tech lab, and yeah, it has a lot of bio, but if this hits hard, but it's only
it
3
depends on how
gateways.
many stalkers there are. This can really escalate a lot. It can be up to 9 stalkers, and a handful of marauders, or a handful 1-2 marauders and a bunch of marines are going to get absolutely annihilated in the middle of the map.
The bunker's going down at the front for 4GG, so that's a nice start at least.
Depends if he moves out now.
Yeah, if he does, then
So warp gate's ready. So there's 2 stalkers now. It'll be a total of 5. And
there's power on the left-hand side here for Mana.
yeah, definitely can turn this aggressive.
Yeah.
Does not want to lose a stalker though. Just walking out to see where the units are. He doesn't know if 4GG is coming or not. But there are 5 stalkers. So he could go up to 8 here very shortly if he wants to delay his rest of his tech.
Still only the 3 gateways across this.
Mana misses it with his probe.
There's a robo been added on as well behind this.
He's not warping in more stalkers to gas, so it's only 5. Blink's not done yet, but he can photon overcharge, wait, and then warp in 3 more. He sees it, another stalker, and he could technically kill everything here.
Yeah, he could. He hasn't revealed it yet either. And no,
this is so big for Mana.
all importantly, he got the Marauder at the front, right?
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is huge. You could get everything.
If he focuses down that other Marauder as well, now he reveals the Blink, and this is a big deal here as 4GG is going to lose a lot of units.
This is a great catch-up. Absolutely brilliant catch-up here for Mana.
And he can turn this around. He like, if he wanted to, if he warped in more stalkers.
Well, he's got a pylon
aggressive
close
pylons
on the other side. The Mothership Core can come now and help out and give high ground vision to Blink in the main.
And there's so much room for him.
Yeah, and behind this, Mana could you just play normal, but he's going to warp in 3 more stalkers.
Extra bunker at the front, but I think that should have been in the main more than anything.
He could get stim.
Yeah, he could.
50 seconds, if the Mothership Core gets over there fast, he can pressure the front and then Blink in the main, maybe.
Or the repair at
if
the
you
front
get
comes
stim,
along.
the game just almost ends.
He should just... I don't even think he needs to proc at the front. I think he should just go elsewhere. He could get this bunker, though, which is nice, even with all the repair going down on it. And that does end up falling. Another bunker's going to finish up very soon here, though. This is good damage being done by Mana. He's always really, really enjoyed Blink control. We saw it for a long time, even in Wings of Liberty. He liked Blink plays against Terran. If he gets
10 seconds on it, I don't think he can get it.
No.
So close.
He'd have to go right now.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be close. Oh!
Finishes.
Oh, finishes. Phew. Oh, if he'd have gone first. Imagine if he'd have gone there first. But anyway, trying to bring down the Marauder.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there for Mana to walk into that. But he's got the robotics bay up now and can start Colossus production. Maybe think about a couple of forges or a forge or something.
And a warp prism on the left-hand side as well, looking to do some damage in this mineral line.
Oh, look at this. It's beautiful.
It's great.
Pressure the front and warp the main.
Yeah, just trying to pull all of these units down. They did stim before, but not again. And there we go. He goes for some workers.
Bly, you'd be shaking.
Yeah, he does
be
not.
shaking.
He does not want to be facing 4GG in that lower match. That's for sure.
Yeah, Mana seems the easier option, but Mana's playing very well here. Very clean play.
And there's follow-up after follow-up after follow-up. That little bit of harassment there. Yes, he only got a few workers, but it's just these small things right now that Mana is doing pretty well.
But he's decided no forges. He's actually gone up to 6 gateways total and Colossus here.
I guess just 2 Colossus push.
I mean, he could push out with 2 Colossus. There will be Vikings in this game, but there are going to be a lot of Stalkers too.
Yeah.
But of course, 4GG is still dark. I mean, he's got no idea. The last thing he scouted was those 2 gateways with that Reaper.
Yeah.
But third from Mana's coming in instead.
Oh, okay.
4 sentries, so yeah, he's not going to attack.
I mean, he could... I feel that if he knew the progression of his opponent with this, well, you know, as you said, there will be Vikings out. I was thinking maybe he could go for a push regardless of this Nexus being up, but he's still got probes on the way, so doesn't really have to. Does
Pylon
he see that
sees it, yeah.
That's cool.
Should do, yeah.
He sees the pylon, though, so pick up and clean that up. But now he knows that his plans of aggression have been foiled. 2 Colossi out here. The 3rd on the way? No. Just going to go for the 2 for now. If he greets this army, then geez.
He's got a very powerful army right now. And he's got Blink to chase the Medivacs as well, remember?
Yeah. Oh. This is tricky. Actually, uh-oh. Does he know it's out in the middle? He does. Oh, he could get a sick flank. But 4GG is not going to go too far.
Could even pick up, go the main here. It's not very good for Mana.
Yeah. Oh, gonna straight up engagement though. Sees the 2 Colossi, boosting a few of these units in the Medivacs. Gonna try and find an extra little angle. Those Colossi and Stalkers have to get back there to defend. Ooh. Okay, no, they're just going to look for these units. They have to think now, where have the medevac's gone?
Hello.
As the Photon Overcharge is going to go down preemptively to try and deal with that.
I'm not really going to get too much here. Still a little bit worried about Mana's lack of forges in this game.
He's got to go, I feel, if he's not having forges.
Well, he's going to pick off all these units, though.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, well, Time Warp tries to help all of this out as well. A lot of his Stalkers die during this. A lot of his Stalkers.
And the Mothership Core.
Well, trying to get the medevac once again here. He knows that if he can isolate some of these units, he'll take a lot.
Every single Stalker in this.
Yeah, it's...
He didn't even get the medevac.
Oh.
So that was a lot of losses there for Mana, unfortunately. And 4GG is, you know, getting his production online. Double starport, lots of barracks. He's actually doing rather okay here. And Mana's still without forges. I know it's a big thing here, but luckily there's only the +1 attack come out from 4GG, so it's not like he has 1-1 done or looking at 2-2 soon. But still, Mana's just Stalker Colossus, Stalker Colossus.
Yeah, and he was trying to warp in a few Stalkers on this left-hand side just in case an extra medevac follow-up was to come along over there, because he knew his army was so drawn over to the right-hand side that 4GG might try and exploit that, but it was not to be. It's not the case. So these 3 Colossi against 8 Vikings now without the Stalker support? It's a little bit up in the air as to whether it's really going to do much.
I don't think it will. I think that 4GG could be okay here.
Yeah, he has a lot of firepower in the sky, that's for sure.
Yeah, interesting style from Mana, but I'm not sure it's going to work.
Well,
I mean, he sees all the Vikings. You've got to be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
This is going to walk to my death.
Not going to do that. He has to go back and find another plan. I mean, Warp Prism in the back was trying to do something. Didn't really get a whole lot done. Then deny mining time. And 4GG hasn't actually gone back to mining there, so that did deny quite a lot.
And a Temple Archives and a bunch of gateways. Okay.
All right, then. Still not mining in his main. He's losing a lot of mining time, actually.
And usually if you're going to play this style, you'd usually get at least a Zealot charge.
Vikings land to kill off Pylon, and will get pushed away for now. But look at where the army's going. They're completely bypassing one another.
Oh, God.
Oh,
what is
Colossi.
This?
Oh, no. Oh, what a disaster. He's going to lose a few of these Colossi instantly. Well, traps a few of these units in, but it doesn't really matter. I mean...
He killed 2.5 Colossus without any Vikings.
And you know, because he's pulled every SCV from everywhere else, and he's not mining still in his main, he actually has no
as
income.
well, just lost the Warp Prism there. And this is a bit of a problem here for Mana. He's getting a couple of Archons. They will help for sure, but there's a lot of bio here.
Yeah, that's a big power play from 4GG.
And with the SCVs coming too, this is a lot.
I mean, he has to start working at the Vikings as quickly as possible. Tries to grab one, and then still this army is just going to absolutely pound away at this third base. That is gone. There's no way he's saving that. He has to hold on at his natural. But can he?
Yeah, I'm not sure he can.
Oops, comes a Viking. It's a good start, but it's still only 2 Colossi against this. Third one's about to come out. Doesn't have charge whilst all of this is going on. Guardian Shield is going to try and soak up a lot of damage, but still those Vikings absolutely rip apart the first Colossus. The second one's very low. Here comes the third one to try and rendezvous with the entirety of this army. Blink up to the right-hand side, trying to bring down the Vikings, but by the time the Vikings are gone, as are all the Colossi.
But he might just have enough for gateway units anyway.
Yeah. The bio was being held back on that ramp quite nicely thanks to a force field, choking them up a little bit, denying the push-up fully there from 4GG.
God, Mana's just got so many units. He built so many just gateways just to power off of this, and
there's no healing left.
There's
only
no
one
healing
medevac
left. A couple of units come in here. It's just zeros of units versus 1-1 of the Terran. But Mana just overwhelming in numbers.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, he pushes on through, continues on. If he could have blinked and got that medevac, that would have been even nicer, because now he's making Colossi still, but there needs to be the replenishment of medevacs, there needs to be the replenishment of Vikings.
Well, SCVs have been pulled over. I mean, there's an SCV attack into the mineral line of all things.
All right, then. That can happen, I guess.
And now there's the second wave of a SCV pull all in against all this stuff. The Archons did a lot of damage there. And just the sheer amount of units from Mana was able to survive. Very weird game.
Yeah.
Mana taking the higher unit approach, whereas 4GG just went for the typical SCV pull.
The Forge?
Yeah, man, get that armor upgrade.
Yeah. It's going to take a little while to get going, but I don't think he is fully aware of the situation in this game, because 4GG, yes, did lose a lot of mining time with his SCVs being idle whilst all of this was going on in the main base, and I think it's a little bit difficult here for Mana to fully gauge how his opponent is faring behind this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he knows he's lost a lot of SCVs.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
how many? Mana's going to try and go for it before 4GG gets up the Viking count again. Knows that he lost every single one. There are 2 Colossus here, going to deal out a lot of damage. There's quite a few Zealots, 16 odd Zealots.
Yeah, and they are going to tank pretty heavily. Despite not having full armor upgrades, that is on the way. And they just tank for the Archons to get on top of this army. Doesn't want to push too far without a lot of Zealots, though, so decides to pull back. Second Colossus now here as well, making it harder for 4GG to really engage. Needs extra Zealot Warpins, I feel, at this point, and then he could keep going.
Yep. I mean, he just doesn't really have any money.
I decided to go for Archons. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit more gas dependent here, balancing out with this. But trying to tank once again. The Archons are going to take the form of the Zealots here to push on through. 2 more Archons are going to enter the fight, but 1 Colossus falls. Second one is going to fall pretty rapidly as well. And wow, it's such a close game.
A very weird game. Don't really get to see this very often, this kind of type of aggression from both sides. I mean, the SCV pull into Mana just, you know, super army heavy.
How is this happening to both players?
Yeah, well, that's intentional, that one, I think, though, by Mana.
Yeah, I guess he's got to wait around. He's got to wait. And then once that finishes up, gotta go. There we go. So he is quick and on top of things, as they were all transferred from the main. Even it would have only just been like, what, 1 cycle of distance mining? So yeah, I guess you're right. You're completely right.
But the armor is really important now, though. The armor is important. This is going to help out a lot against this fight. He's still building Colossus, still building Archons. 20 SCVs, though. Again, we lost more SCVs for 4GG in that defense. And now he's bringing them all. The armor upgrade should finish in time.
Finds 1 Viking, gets out of there with 4 Stalkers. You're right, though. That is all the SCVs on the way. Tries to get any units he can here.
I don't think he can hold this. It's
a lot of power. A lot of power.
It's a lot of power that 4GG has. And 3 Archons going to be nice. The armor upgrade did complete. But the Colossus is going to die so fast.
Yeah.
Second one is almost out.
Can he kill Vikings? Can the Archons get a volley on them? I don't think so. The room has not been
4 Stalkers
dealt with.
This is all the SCVs now. This is the last push. There's no mining aside from mules.
Yeah. And shutting this base down is going to cripple a lot of the economy here for Mana to actually reinforce. Those Zealots need to do a lot. +1 armor is finished, as you mentioned before. Is he on top of the Vikings, though? No, he's not before that Colossus actually falls. And that's a lot of a splash damage gone. This Bio is going to try and keep pressing forwards against this. There's another Colossus behind this, though.
Yeah, and he actually got an Archon hit or 2 on the Vikings. So 4 Stalkers with Blink can bring these down quite fast.
The SCVs are going home during all of this as well, though. He realizes he kind of has to play this out a little bit longer.
This is so weird.
Yeah. Workers now 16 to 30. But obviously, we're seeing Mana really running dry on these 2 bases. Whilst back at home, 4GG has mules. He has the ability to go back to mining if he wants after killing off that 3rd base.
He's going to try and rebuild again. But there's another Archon, another Colossus.
This is such a tense game. But yeah, he just doesn't have the tanking ability. 7 Zealots against that much Bio, it melts away. Melts. The Stalkers are looking for any kind of little boom that they can get. 2
Colossus is very good. 3 dead Vikings almost. 3 Colossus is good.
3 Colossus.
But the Stalkers on the left-hand side here, not going to even get to the Vikings. So he's going to have to try and, I don't know if he can even warp in another Stalker. I mean, he can, but does he want to? I imagine 2 Zealots would be better than that. You just have to take, maybe the Archons will have to get to the Vikings instead.
He could just power through
2
it.
Stalkers.
There could be the potential if he just powers through it. He tries to go for the Sentry.
Oh, he got 2 of the 3 Vikings.
Uh-oh. All right. Those Archons, how much are you going to tank during all of this? The army is so low. It's constantly been low. He's been healing and healing and healing during all of these battles. And he has no energy whatsoever.
Pull the probes, Mana. Pull the probes. Do it.
That would be the most amazing reverse. He's got to. I think he's got to, right? Oh, he's going to go long distance mine.
I mean, probes hardly do anything in fights, but it'd be epic if they did.
Just anything. Just go for it, man.
3rd Colossus coming in.
He has to know that his opponent brought those SCVs back. And he is mining.
Yeah, and the mining's pretty good here for 4GG. The Viking count, if that gets high again.
We say pretty good, and it's like about 600, but it's still a whole lot better than Mana's is right now. So anything you can get out here is going to help. And also, the longer Mana doesn't push against this army, a little bit more energy is going to be retained by the Medivacs, and he's going to be able to heal all of this army up. Jeez. What a way to start this series between these 2.
Very unusual. Good, though. Very good, though. Just unusual. All right. 1 more order down.
3 Colossi. And
Yeah,
just
it's a lot of damage
Archons.
output, but 5 Vikings shortly. Needs to go soon. If the Viking count gets high and the Colossus die, then everything else can eventually be kited.
Yeah, he actually can't let this continue. He's trying to wiggle around to
SCV's
the
in
third
the army
base.
again.
Uh-oh.
An Archon, no!
Oh, was there an Archon in the mid? Oh.
Oh. Ow!
All right, he's going to take the fight just a little
There's
bit.
a Guardian Shield here too. That's very nice.
Yeah, very important. Vikings quite low, but does have 6 of them now. The Colossi are going to take the fight here and actually get a good few volleys off on the low ground onto the army. But I don't think there's enough to tank here for the Colossi, as the bio is just going to kill off the Colossi as well, and that is going to be it.
So close, but so far. GG. 4GG takes map number 1. What a woo game.
That was a scrape through. That was a scrape through. It was back and forth, even had to pull back the SCVs multiple times to get back to mining.
Yeah, don't see those type of games very often. That's kind of cool. Wow, Mana didn't expect Mana to play so aggressive like that in that kind of style, but that is awesome to see. Just a very entertaining back and forth game between those two.
All right, well, game number 2 is on the way in just a little bit, and Mana, I think, proves in that game that he does have the chops to go the distance here. I mean, think about Mana's opener. Think about how the Stalkers were in his face. Think about how they killed off that Bioforce that pushed forwards. Then the Warp Prism follow-up. And if he'd have just retained the Colossi after that weird dance around the right-hand side, it could have been a completely different game.
I think one of the biggest changing points was Mana chasing those 2 Medivacs and not killing them off fast and losing
that
all the
dance on the right-hand
Stalkers.
side.
Losing the Stalkers there. And then losing the 2.5 Colossus to nothing in the middle as well. There's a couple of just movements mistakes with his army, but overall, I'm looking forward to the next one, and it is on Overgrowth. So SCV pulls here again, going to be highlighted by 4GG. But I wonder what Mana's going to do now. So
yeah, I mean, we already saw that in a game that was quite bizarre. So if he just goes straight to an SCV pull against a stable standard Mana, who knows what could happen. This game could be another crazy one.
Definitely has the potential to be. Definitely not what I expected to see either. But one of these players is going to move on to the round of 16 for sure. 4GG with an excellent Season 2 performance with that top 4. And he actually got a top 4 last year as well in Season 1. So he's been semi-final twice. But it's all about BlizzCon for him right now. I had the chance to catch up with him on Skype earlier, and I was just like, yo, bro, homo, what's up? Let's do this. Talk to me. And what did he say?
He said it's all about BlizzCon.
Is everything. Everything, Kalaris. Everything. But can he get there? 25 rank?
Needs a good finish here in the season.
All right, let's do this.
All right, game number 2. Let's jump into it. Spawning up to the top right. It's our Red Terran. Representing Millennium, it's 4GG. And down to the bottom left-hand corner, as our blue Protoss, representing Team Liquid, it's Mana.
Well done.
Wait, what?
I was waiting to see if you messed up.
Oh, okay.
I did it earlier.
I mean,
You've done it earlier.
There was this cheeky grin. I was really confused for a while, but there you go.
Okay. I think that 4GG is going to pull SCVs.
Yes.
Like the crazy guy this is. He's actually not kind of crazy, but his playstyle is.
We can put him down to a rapscallion. That's what he can be for now.
Yeah. Okay, I want to see SCVs pulled. I want to see a Colossus switch to Templar. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, man.
Do it.
That'd be cool. I'd like that. I don't really see Mana getting Storm all too often, actually. Now that I think about his kind of PVTs, but does like his Blink, loves his Colossus play. Those two things work in tandem with one another.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
I wonder if he does a... Do you reckon there's the possibilities that we could see a Blink Colossus all-in or just Stalker Colossus all-in without Blink?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not really what he does a lot, but...
Well, I think he was gearing up for it in the previous game. I think he was going to go if he hadn't been dancing around on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
I mean, with the third Nexus there, you can still keep going. You can still go, and he could have hit a weak spot. I love when this happens. I haven't seen this happen for a long time, actually.
Losing the supply depot.
Yeah.
Mana goes in and sees nothing when it comes to the gas. If he sticks around, he will know if it's a Reaper or Marine or not. He may even be able to tell already because the Marine does start a little bit earlier than the Reaper. But the easy way is just kind of wait around.
Oh, look at him. He's being quite
And
sneaky. Sees a Marine.
It's a Marine. So is this one barracks, old command center style, or is it what we see here, factory?
Right at the back as well. So he's trying to hide it as much as possible. And with that placement,
Interesting,
it's not going to be like a reactor on the
Double
barracks and a
gas?
switch, is it? It's going to be Banshee. Or even drop with Widow Mines.
Could it even be Hellbats?
Ooh. Ooh, 4GG. Ooh.
What type of build are you going to show us? Factory, second gas.
He's a feisty one. He's a feisty one. He's hiding it.
4 Marines out. What is this?
Well. Mana. Mothership core pops. Can't really do a whole lot with that. Can't really go over. There's the starport. It's going to be a tech lab. Yeah. So. Going
Right now,
over.
Banshee.
Mm-hmm.
And Twilight Council, very common out of Protoss players. Is it going to be chosen again? If it is,
May do. May do.
that is no
Ooh.
robotics facility. What is it?
Twilight.
Stargate.
Yeah.
Twilight. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Apollo.
Uh-oh. This can do so much. The possibilities are endless. And then he just goes command center after he gets Cloak and Banshee, man? Or does he go even further into this?
Robo. Robo. Okay, then.
Yeah, it was a pretty fast robo,
Yeah, it was. Very fast.
considering.
I guess he just didn't see
Whoa, barracks as well?
it. Ooh.
4GG.
You what, mate? You what?
What is this? Tank, Banshee, Marine, an old 111 style?
Oh, if he's doing this, I am so excited right now.
No way.
I can't believe it. This is...
No. It's not happening.
No, it is. Oh, Dark Shrine.
What year is this? Dark Shrine is actually one of the better blind reactions to this, let's say.
Oh my
Because
god.
on one command center, you only have the first set of scans, but if a Raven comes into play, that
Yeah.
does obviously start to turn around.
Which we saw a lot in the past with these kind of 1-1-1 builds. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay then. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Here come the siege tanks. Here come the Marines.
Mana just hasn't scouted anything.
No, he just
doesn't know.
Yeah, he's got a pilot. He's gonna have a probe and a pylon on the right hand side.
Oh, this
left-hand
is
side over there.
old. These
Yeah.
games.
And now he's gonna. He's going for a war prism, so he's gonna try and shuttle the Dark Templars in. But yeah, the Banshee is coming around the
This
back.
should get a couple of kills here.
Yeah, it's
And wait for
cloaked.
Cloak. And now
sneaks
Mana's
on
like,
it.
you've got to be kidding me. What is this build?
The shimmer begins.
Nobody does this. All right, 2 probes, 3,
Why would you do such a thing
4,
to me?
and there is an observer.
Yeah. Okay. So
5 and a dance out.
But he's not gonna
6th,
get the kill.
And maybe 7th, 6th.
very good start there for 4GG.
But the funny thing is, Mana it doesn't know if this is a command center. Is this not a command center?
Yeah, he didn't go up to check if there was any command center down. The warp
But
prism's on the
likewise,
way.
DTs have not been checked for either. 2 of them walked in.
True. Wait, did the
Marines and tanks on the way.
he saw the Dark Templar with the Banshee, like, but he didn't see the
No,
Dark
I-
Shrine. That's the thing. Like,
He doesn't. He doesn't.
he hasn't reacted, so he just thought it was a pylon, I guess,
All the
building.
SCVs are coming.
Uh-oh. What?
All right.
Ah! Well, Dark Shrine, Dark Templar is going to go
No
in and just be
scan.
like, well,
no
yeah.
scan. You can get a Raven if you cancel all what you're building, but he doesn't even know about the DTs yet. Now he does.
Yeah,
I
now
would
they're
cancel
swiping
build a
off.
Raven.
There's the
okay.
Raven.
Okay, it started before the tech lab, but as long as the other DT doesn't break in too fast to kill the starport.
He saw all the SCVs coming along as this as well. So
Yeah.
he doesn't...
There is a scan in 20 seconds, but it's quite a way away.
He's going to lose a lot. He's going to lose a lot here to these Dark Templars whilst that's waiting for the 20 seconds. 13...
Well, there is
Okay.
no way to stop that from happening inside your main.
No, not at all. The siege tanks just decide to
Scan
walk on up
is
here.
only a little bit away now.
Yeah, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. But the Dark Templars have done so much damage on the ground as well.
He can scan, but can he kill them?
Yeah, he's not going to have any Marines left. There's the scan. It's all up to the Banshees.
Get back in the scanner range!
Oh, mana. Mana.
And if he kills the pylon, there's only 1 stalker left. Well, there is another one now got warped in.
What's with these weird games? The Dark Templar at the back is still doing stuff.
There's 2 Stalkers here. He's going to target the Banshees down.
Warprism's going to fall.
All right, that's GG.
Yeah,
wow, what a weird one, that one.
Oh.
This game didn't even make sense.
No, GG.
Neither
All
did
right.
the previous one.
Liquid Mana. 1-1.
Wow, congratulations. 1-1. All right, game 3 it is then.
I love how we get the kooky games when it comes to WCS Europe. It's
We
brilliant.
do. And so, you know, like I said, that is one of the better blind, folded reactions to what 4GG was doing.
Wait a minute, because I'm a bad observer. What did the Raven do?
It was coming across the map, but the time it could even get close,
Oh well.
it was
Okay
already
then.
over. It took a long time to build.
All right.
But whoa,
So it didn't do anything.
no, couldn't come into play. All right, what are we going to see in game 3? You know, Proxy 2 racks.
A sigh of relief was my reaction to that in the end, because these games are just strange, and then they play out like that, and Mana ties it up, and he could go through in first place, and then Bly's waiting for 4GG in the or Mana, of course, but he wants Mana.
Fun games.
Pretty definitively, he wants Mana. King Sage on station.
Okay.
Go on, another 1-1-1. Let's do it.
Proxy Oracle, come on. Kill him off in a classic way. I've no idea what to expect now. But I do know that the winner goes through, but I do not know what they're going to do.
Wow, you're a poet and you didn't know it.
No, I did not. I didn't. Okay. Let's
go.
Let's give it a go then.
Let's just go.
Let's give it a go.
Right, so one more game will determine who goes through in the round of 16. As these two... It's so strange how this has worked out, because technically they're matching up against each other really, really well, but not quite as we expected.
No.
Not quite as we
in the
expected
way.
at all.
Not in the way.
No.
Well, I guess, you know, any strategy is technically viable in StarCraft. It may not be the best, but it's got every strategy has its pros and cons and strengths and weaknesses. And apparently 4GG's weakness was Dark Templar, as we saw. So are we going to see a more traditional style setup from both of these players here, something that's more all-rounded and better suited, or are we going to see something crazy again that, you know, it can run the risk of working or not working, like 4GG did run that risk? I mean, the world's your oyster, right?
All right, well, let's get into it then. Game number 3 will determine who moves on, as we have, spawning up to the top left, it's our red Terran, it's Millennium's 4GG. And spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner, it's our blue Protoss. It is Liquid Mana. 1 apiece.
All right. I don't even know what to say when it comes to both of these players, so I just have to try and find out and figure out.
Yeah, at this point, it's got beyond the idea of predicting what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because
It could be Blink again from Mana.
it's good on this map. Good on this map. And he does, again, he does favor it normally. He does favor it. So even if that Twilight Council had been spotted, like, early on, up to the top left-hand corner, there was still the opportunity for Mana to kind of trick his opponent
10
out.
gate! What are you doing?
Oh, God.
All right, 10 gate. All right. This series was destined to be like this. So 10 gateway here can either be a rushed Stalker Mothership core to be over to the other side quite fast to put pressure on versus a player who might open Reaper, who may not get a bunker fast. It doesn't necessarily need to be rush those units. It could be for a faster Stargate. It could be for a faster Warp Gate research. And, you know, everything's accelerated.
Everything faster. Yeah.
Everything is faster, just obviously a hit to the economy to do this.
You're right. This series was destined to be weird, but I love it all the same. This is why I love StarCraft, man. You get these bizarre games going on, just completely out of the norm. And, I mean, it even completes a wall off. And this isn't going to be spotted for a little while here by 4GG. Yes, he's going down Reaper Avenue, but it's going to take... Oh, well, actually, the SCV moving out. So he might actually spot a unit out a little bit earlier and be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but it's hard to adapt his build around it. The only thing he can do is maybe build a bunker on the high ground. It's not like... I mean, he can try on the low ground, but then you run the risk of these units running around. Zealot has been made anyway. I don't know if he's going to stick to that Zealot or not.
But, well, If he does go...
Does he try and rush down the tech structure, or does he actually try Mothership Core and Stalker Rush? Mothership Core, Chrono Boost?
Yeah, I think with this build, you can go Zealot, Stalker, Mothership Core very fast over the other side, right?
Yeah.
It's quite dangerous, quite dangerous.
So 4GG is going to go in and be like,
Wait
oh, God, all right. So a bunker has to be built.
Yeah, he had
and he's gonna expand inside the main.
Yeah,
so.
he had plans of that command center, and he's like, well, okay, time to prioritize some defense because let's face it, this is pretty annoying.
Yeah, it is. The Reaper can get some work done on the Zealot before the Stalker and Mothership Core are with it.
That's always a nice touch.
Yeah, as you can see, Mothership Core has to come over to protect it a little bit.
And not really getting into the full health, so Shields should be able to regenerate a little bit here as he, well, technically, because of the positioning, does get into health now.
Yep.
Really good control here by 4GG.
Yeah, good 40% taken off that Zealot, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 Marines on this way.
Double Stalker, Zealot, Mothership Core. And how many Marines does he have? None.
Wait. A probe and pylon on the other side.
Uh-oh.
Double gas at home.
Is he going to go Stargate?
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
And
right on his doorstep.
It could be Oracle. It could be Oracle and Void Ray.
Mothership Core looks for the sweet spot.
Interesting.
Oh, and Reaper, where are you going? Reaper! Reaper!
No! Goes to escape out the back entrance. I don't think he was scanning for it, just going out the back entrance. So the strategy is revealed.
Yeah.
Pylon is being worked on. Mothership Core could go over there to help it, but then it would lose vision. And look how annoying this is.
Mm-hmm. Double barracks been added on as well. 4GG now knows that his opponent's game plan is almost entirely aggressive.
Yeah, Mana sending another probe to build another pylon for that.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, he's stopped.
Oh, okay, stop. He's going to try and expand. Okay, he's going to expand. He's given up.
I guess, yeah. He can't continue this. There's no way. He has to push that Reaper away, then maybe even just cancel and go for the Nexus. I don't think that this Stargate is really going to pay for itself. Do you? Do you think this Oracle is going to do much? Never got an engineering bay, though.
5 Marines out. He should be able to defend it, yes.
Yeah.
You only need 4 in the bunker.
Well, at least the Stalkers are still being annoying at the front. This does slow 4GG down in his overall game plan, but the Reaper was in again and saw a lack of Nexus. But was going to go back there and now just check that and does see the Nexus. So he knows his opponent has plans have pretty much been foiled at this point.
Uh-oh, Oracle's going to go.
SCV's repairing SCVs. What's
there
the
are
SCV?
5-6 Marines in there, though, in the mineral line.
Yeah, that's a lot of firepower to deal with this Oracle.
And there's a lot of Chrono Boost for Mana here. He can recover his probe loss quite nicely.
Mm-hmm.
But he's already ahead in workers, funny enough.
Still no command center down. Still no command center here for 4GG. So all of this aggressive stance has overall slowed down 4GG quite a bit as well.
Yeah. 27 probes to 22 SCVs. Turret being made. And I'm pretty sure when this Nexus completes and Pylon's complete here, a slight Pylon, but from Mana, just Chrono Boost in the Nexus, and you're going to fly ahead when it comes to the income.
I mean, Turret slows him down as well here. I mean, he would ideally... oh, wait, what am I on about? He completed the command center ages ago. All right, ignore everything I said in the past couple of minutes.
I mean, he's still slowed down anyway.
Yeah,
everything's
of course.
slowed down a lot.
He's not mining from the natural, for example.
Yeah.
He's going to be pushing out. And
big Chrono Boost into the Nexus now, and this is going to really, really push him ahead. And Mana goes in with the Oracle's like, oh, this is so awesome, you're still on one base.
Yeah.
But he has to be careful to defend against what's coming out. This is a combat shield push, not stim first.
Quite a strong little army he's got.
He does have Photon Overcharge, but...
Double, in fact.
Yeah. But he's going to ignore that, because he needs to get some damage done himself.
Robo Bay down fast.
The Oracle could come back and defend. This is...
Photon Overcharge?
Yeah.
All
right. The probes. Force field once here.
Oop, good force field. Let's everything into the main, and now he's a little bit stuck in his natural.
Needs to come back to Photon Overcharge the main, but if he turns around and snipe the Mothership Core...
Yeah, he has to be very, very careful about how he's going to do this. He's losing a few probes in turn as well, so 4GG is certainly evening things up nicely here. Getting a lot of probes. Obviously, this entire force is going to die, so just get as many probes as possible.
There's another one coming across, remember. He's just been building from 3 barracks all game.
Yeah.
And with double Photon Overcharge down, does this not mean that 4GG's next push just walks in?
And I don't think there's going to be any Colossus out by the time this hits.
The Oracle must be used defensively now, but there is going to be a lot of units here, and he doesn't know about it. It's a very fast Colossus, very weird. But I'm not really interested in that. I'm interested in can he defend this push.
There's so many Marines. Just even the extra wave in this push is very difficult.
And Mana's like, you're joking. You're here already?
Oh, okay. Losing these units. I don't know. Like, he has to buy time for the Colossus to come out, but he's losing so many probes during all of this. 16 go down. Good force field will seal that off. But now the natural could even fall. Could even fall with these extra reinforcements.
Yes, I think it will. And Stim isn't very far away from completing either, so he could just run up the ramp.
Uh-oh.
First Colossus is out, but there's no protection for it. You need like a sentry here, I guess.
Uh-oh. It's all going out of control here for Mana. The
What a
Nexus
series.
falls.
What a very, very different series to what we're used to seeing. 15 seconds and Stim is done, so he will be able to combat the Colossus.
Yeah. Pokes forwards, gets a little bit of damage.
Majorly supply blocked. Like, majorly.
Yeah, can't do anything. You can't have it. Like, he could have started a second Colossus during this if he wasn't supply blocked, but he obviously is supply blocked. So now, only one Colossus to defend against this? This small little force? I know it was the most terrible statement of all time.
No, I was not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at this game. This series.
Okay.
It's so... It's just this series. So now we got this single Colossus. With some support, it can do work, but the problem is that now 4GG is going to start working on Medivac soon.
Yes,
and Mana's on one base.
Yeah, like he'll have a severe income advantage. Severe. Mana's, unfortunately, in a corner. Really in a corner. And also, the Oracle spotted the fact that, well, Starport's finished up. There's going to be those Medivacs out. There's going to be the Vikings out. Ah, what am I going to do? I really don't have the income to be able to rival this kind of production.
Yeah, I mean, Mana has to try to drag this out a lot now because I know he's going to be like, I can't believe I'm on 2 base. It's going to take me such a long time to get back in this game. And if I lose this, I will have to play Bly, and that's exactly what Bly wants. And he just sees the economy of his opponent and army and is like, I'm too far behind. GG is called. 4GG goes through in first place. Congratulations to him. He will be fighting in the round of 16 live from the ESL studios in Cologne, and hopefully he can continue his ownage play games in the next round so we can see some more awesome stuff from him, and hopefully he can compete for a title, as that's the most important part, is the BlizzCon trip for him. Currently ranked 25 and pushing up. An extra 300 points were gained today, and hopefully more in the future.
Yeah, that's a very, very good start for him to keep that BlizzCon hope alive. And now we have our final series determined for the entire night. It's going to be Bly versus Mana. And this is exactly what Bly wanted.
Yeah, it's what Bly wants. Now can he actually do something with what he's been given? Because it's what he wants to have. He's got the Protoss, not the Terran, of course, because 4GG played him earlier and beat him down. But now he gets to show something very similar to what he showed a little bit earlier against Bling, and he beat Bling, but now can he beat Mana, who I would say is a slightly more difficult opponent.
And so join us after the break when we have our final series of the night here for Group F at WCS Europe.